All right, well, you know, everybody these days is really trying to make money, and a lot of people have quit their careers to start something new, many making a new business on their own.
That's probably a good idea for a lot of people. When it comes to being successful in your own business, are you sending out the right signals with your body language? And that's where Janine Driver comes in. She's the president of the Body Language Institute and the author of You Say More Than You Think. And it is good to have you back with us today, Janine.
Nice to be here, Mel.
Yeah, so we all want to be successful in our business lives, of course. So how important is it all, the signals that we give out? Those nonverbals.
It's interesting because there's a study out there that I've even quoted wrong before, that 93% of what we communicate with others is nonverbal. And that's wrong, because imagine if your mother wrote you a letter and say, I curse the day you were born. You're not going to look at your mother and say, I know you only 7% mean it, because it's in a letter. Right. So I say body language is 50% of our message, and we're being judged by our words congruent with our body language. If I say I'm happy to see you, this is happy to see you. This is not coming across as I'm happy to see you.
I'm really happy to see you, right.
And body language actually doesn't mean anything. It's how it's perceived that matters. So unfortunately, those myths about crossed arms matter. And we're going to talk a little bit about how do you get people to buy in on your idea, to think you're the greatest, you're the shining star.
Especially when you're at work, because I think a lot of people can have these great ideas, these great perspectives, but they never come from here to everybody else, because it's all about how they present it, how they sell it.
Right, absolutely. Even just how you stand, how you take up space. If I say I'm really confident and I'm happy to be here, this is confidence. I'm marking my territory. I peed in the perimeter here, right?
You have.
But if I'm like this, I'm really confident and happy to be here, I'm giving, I call this your emotional temperature. What is your emotional temperature? When we're warm and hot, like today in D.C., what do? You don't get in the car and do this. You spread out. You don't get small. So when you're small, you're sending the emotional temperature that you're cold.
All right, let's start right from the beginning. So you walk in the door, there's a greeting. What happens at the greeting?
Well, the handshake, this is what I call the belly button rule. You want to make sure you're facing the person. You don't want to give them the cold shoulder. So if I do this, hey Mel, how are you? And we shake hands, I'm giving her the cold shoulder because we face our belly button in the direction we want to head. And then I go, hey Natasha, how you doing? Right here.
How you doing?
My belly button is saying, I don't care who you are. And this is one of the things Bill Clinton's really great at, is this. Your belly button faces the person. Thank you so much. Keep extended eye contact for an extra second as I go from one person to the next person. As I move my body, it sends the message, I hate to let you go. And then I go to the next person.
And you're giving that,
nice.
it's like warmth.
Like that.
Yes,
you feel the warmth a little bit more.
And that's the difference between Bill and Hillary Clinton. You know, Bill Clinton gives you this nice, powerful handshake. He looks you in the eye when he moves on. It's as if he hates to let you go, that extended eye contact.
He's really just flirting, Janine.
He is, but this is
that really works,
Hillary doesn't even look.
Feeling it, yeah.
Hillary does this, like right hand, left hand. If you look at pictures, she's trying to get more people. This is what I call it. What's your perceived value? Shaking more people's hands actually decreases your perceived value.
I'm glad you brought up the whole male-female thing, because sometimes women don't know how to shake a hand. Have you ever shook a woman's hand and it's like that wet fish? Or like the Queen of England. What do you do? And I feel like I'm going to break that person's hand because I go in and I'm like,
well, here's the deal. People like themselves. So if they shake your hand soft, guess what? You shake their hand back soft. If you want people to like you, you need to become more like them. Adapt to their style. If they give you that bone crusher, you hit them. Give me some big hits right here. Bam, bam, bam. And say, how you doing? Right here. Strong. Power with power. Soft with softness. If you are one of these soft shakers, I have to say, not only do you guys not like it, it's considered low self-esteem.
Is it?
A lot of women think it's feminine. How are you? And
it's like you expect somebody to kiss your palm or something.
Well, I feel like if you can't shake my hand with power, how are you wiping when you go to the bathroom? I mean, I know that's so gross, but there's like a nice
we didn't need to know that.
That's one thing I'm not going to get out of my head for a while.
But a nice firm handshake, thumb to thumb.
I'm just hoping their hands clean now.
Right here, a nice shake. You do 3 little shakes like this, and that's it. You move on from
All right, well, something you were talking about. How do you get your message out to the group, or how do you sell what you want to say?
Have great ideas, but are nervous.
What's the next thing?
Well, this is what I call a steeple, right? So steepling is power, authority, and confidence. But the higher the steeple, the more power. So right now, I'm too dominating. Imagine if I came in and I'm like, that's a great question. I look from the viewer's point of view, I'm running the show here. Instead, I want to do what Obama loves, is this move here. This is called the invisible basketball steeple. This is great with teamwork. If you want to send the message to the people you work with, you are a supervisor, you'd like to be promoted, this is what I'm coming to do.
There he is, right there.
Right there. Who else did this? Columbo. At the end of an investigation, Columbo would have a cigarette or cigar hanging off his hand, and he'd say, Natasha, I got to ask you one more question.
So Obama just needs a trench coat.
It's likability. This is power, authority, and confidence. confidence, but this is with heart and passion. Whether you like our president or not, it matches his message. Heart and passion. It's a great move, this invisible basketball. Likability, teamwork, great.
And it's open.
It's open.
So it's all including everybody.
This high steeple is too dominating. Now, if you're a guy or a woman in a pantsuit, you can start off a job interview or a meeting or a pitch with your salesperson with a low steeple right here between your legs. Feel the difference from me steepling here. This
here
is
we
me
have Donald
steepling
Trump
here.
doing that? Yeah.
There's Donald Trump. Donald Trump is in the low steeple here. In boardrooms across America, it's interesting. They'll start with the low steeple. Someone will get higher and wider until, Natasha, lean back and put a crown over your head for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they'll do.
But yeah, with Trump, nobody can take his eyes off the hair, so I don't know. He should get another method.
You're funny.
I bet the Donald probably knows how to do this by heart now. He probably doesn't even think about it.
Oprah Winfrey does it. This is a power move. I'll tell you right now, if you are not the brightest person and you don't know how you got this job, always bring out the steeple and you'll get promoted quickly. They'll be like, why is she promoted? I don't know. She looks like she knows what she's talking about.
On the news tonight. So tonight, this happened. You should be worried and watch at 5.
Love that. Okay.
Janine's going to be sticking around for us in a little bit. Right after this break, we're going to do more, but this time on the personal kind of body language.